right, another beautiful day, and it happens to be the very last day in the month of March. I thank God for the opportunity to see this month to the very last day. I thank God for another opportunity to be here this morning. It's Monday, the 31st day of the third month of the year 2025. Of course, it has been an awesome month. It's been a very, very beautiful and terrific month. We thank God for seeing us through it. Of course, I'm thanking God for another time, of course, for our Muslim brothers and sisters who are having Eid holidays. So we say Eid Mubarak to you all. It feels good to be here again this morning. You know how we do it. It is Melody Sunrise and Melody 100.7 FM. And now let me quickly intimate you on something. From tomorrow, 1st of April, don't let me hear April Fool. So from tomorrow, 1st April, this program will be starting at 8 a.m., no more 9. So get used to it, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's when Melody Sunrise will be starting from tomorrow. So Ekojuma will start from 6 to 8. Then 8 to 10 will be Melody Sunrise. Of course, then we have the audience participation program for 10. And that will be Oroy Loop, which ordinarily was the audience participation part of the Eko Jumo earlier. It's been moved now to 10 to 11. In a bid to serve you better, we are re-strategizing and reformatting and rescheduling some of these our programs. And so that is the essence of what we are doing. So get used to it. From tomorrow, 8 a.m. is when Melody Sunrise will be kicking off. So just a bit of information for you. So welcome. Of course, for this morning, the sports will be coming through. Capitano in the building. We'll be looking through sport in a jiffy. We'll be talking about the cars on Mechanics Lounge. That will be after sports at 9:30. At 9:45 will be time for newspaper headlines. 10 o'clock, we'll be looking through the People's Assembly. Now, where are we going on the People's Assembly this morning? It's something very, very important. We're talking about gadgets. We're talking about phones for children. Okay, it's going to be very, very interesting this morning. Melody Surprise will be coming as well. And so many other beautiful things. These are what we do on the Melody Sunrise. And don't forget, from tomorrow is going to be re-strategizing for everything to be better. My name is Pretty Adegoke. You call me the nature's finest. It feels good to be here. Eid Mubarak to all our brothers and sisters in Islam. We say, may God not make this the last of our Eid experiences on earth. I will pray for God to be with us every time. So good morning and welcome. Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers. This one is a dedication to you. Good morning. Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM.
Yeah, today when we all come together, having fun, making beautiful memories. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Such a great day for everybody around the world. Ooh, it's time to celebrate.
चलो चलो सब ईद मनाए जश्न मनाए खुशियों से एक दूजे को गले लगाए हर एक का दिल जीत ले ईद मुबारक बोले सबको खुशियां मिलकर बांट ले ईद मुबारक बोले सबको खुशियां मिलकर बांट ले
Feeling joy on this wonderful occasion, sending peace and salutation. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Such a great day for everybody around the world. Ooh, it's time to celebrate.
चलो चलो सब ईद मनाए जश्न मनाए खुशियों से एक दूजे को गले लगाए हर एक का दिल जीत ले ईद मुबारक बोले सबको खुशियां मिलकर बांट ले ईद मुबारक बोले सबको खुशियां मिलकर बांट ले
Friends and families all join together, smiles and laughter all around to shine it through. Let's make this day a day to remember. Let the peace of Allah shower you.
Who is the Lover? Allah. Who is Ar-Rahman? Who is Al-Mannan? La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. All praise is due to the one and only. He is the master of all creation. All praise is due to the one and only. He is the master of all creation. He's the sustainer and the maintainer of the whole universe. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. He gave us life, He gave us life, He gave us life, He gave us life. He sent to guide us, Rasulallah. He sent to guide us, Rasulallah. Allah, who is Al-Basir, Allah, who is Al-Khabir. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Most definitely. That's why we have the holidays today, because it is Eid al-Fitr holiday, a time to celebrate the end of Ramadan, having fasted for 29 days. Of course, it is time to now begin to reflect on the last 29 days and what you've been able to achieve with the Ramadan. It's not just about not eating, not drinking during the afternoon periods for close to 30 days, but what have you been able to achieve spiritually within yourself? And it is not about just not eating food. It's about you having the fear of the Lord, having the fear of Allah. And what you have decided to reject during the 29 days fasting, going back to them from today or from yesterday means you're just deceiving yourself. You're not doing it for somebody. It is supposed to be for yourself and the fear of Allah. And if you don't have the fear of Allah, then you just wasted your 29 days. So Eid Mubarak to all Muslim Ummah out there. And no matter what it is that you've achieved with the 29 days of fasting, I pray that the blessing that comes with it will come and will be your portion all around. Eid Mubarak, Barakat Salah. And now we look forward to the bigger one, the Eid al-Kabir, Eid al-Adha, which comes in 2 months and 10 days' time. Okay, let's begin to go to sports right now. Of course, El Capitano in the building. And when you hear this sound, you know it is time for sports. most definitely. It is a holiday in Nigeria because of the Salah. But in other places, football matches going on. The FA Cup in England, the Spanish La Liga, Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, and of course the French League on. But here, because we like holidays too much, we are not playing football. Capitano, good morning.
It's not like we like holidays too
you know,
much.
you guys like holidays
we
too
just
much.
ensure that we give room for everyone to celebrate with their family and friends. It's important that family is important to keep loved ones together, and it's these festivities that bring us all together.
When you don't have money
so it's important
keep
that
family together.
Well, why wouldn't you have money? You've been working for how many months before now? So prepare for that. You know how we do it in this country, right?
Okay,
prepare for that. It's important that we give them opportunity to go out and, of course, enjoy the holidays with their family. So I mean, that's why we're special, right?
That's why you're not playing football.
That's why we're special.
Yeah.
Happy Eid Mubarak.
That's why you declare holiday Tuesday, Wednesday, and you not play football Saturday.
Does it change anything?
It does. That's why your calendar can never rhyme with other people's calendar.
It will rhyme. It will, because we'll play midweek games. We already made provisions for the weekend now. We played it earlier, so no issues whatsoever.
Okay, nice one. I continue to be devil's advocate.
Happy Mubarak and happy holidays to all our listeners out there.
It's all good.
Beautiful Monday morning once again.
Most
definitely.
Definitely.
And notwithstanding, yes, we had no NNL games, no MPFL games, but we still have a whole lot to talk about on the show this morning.
Okay.
From Nigerian footballers that did themselves proud in Europe. A lot of goals from Nigerian players, I knew you were going to give me that smile. The smile of that wicked smile, like you guys were in Nigeria the other time, you didn't score goals, you returned to your clubs and started scoring goals.
Immediately returned, and he said, you Bush will relax, he will score. The goal will score. Will come. I don't know when the goals will come.
Oh my.
That on TV.
Oh my. Yes, what do you expect him to say? So we're starting with that this morning. Let's start from France, where Moses Simon found the back of the net for his club, Nantes, in their 3-2 loss to Le Havre in the French Ligue 1 yesterday. He actually scored, 3 minutes into the second half of that game. The game was 2-2 at that point, but then they eventually lost that game to newly promoted Le Havre in that match. He has now scored 7 games and made it a 6th in 25 league games for his club this season. That's for Moses Simon. Well, also, let's cross to Belgium, where Tolu Arokodare, the new boy, actually continues in his impressive form for his club. That's KRC Genk. Genk feels like a foreign MPFL club.
Most definitely.
We know how to send our players there and they perform there, right?
Yeah.
Of course, his team won 4-0 against KAA Ghent in the Belgian Pro League on Sunday. Our boy, Tolu, actually scored 5 minutes after the break in that game to bring his goal tally this season for his club to 18 goals in 31 league appearances. From there to Scotland, where it was Sirius's 100th appearance for his club. Talking about Rangers. And then he celebrated that with a goal. Not just a goal, but the winning goal in stoppage time. It was 3-3, 90 minutes, and our boy stepped up and got the winning goal for his team. What a way to celebrate your 100th appearance for your club. He has scored 45 goals in 100 games for the club. Good one for him. But we need more. Definitely. With the Super Eagles. All right, let's cross to England, where there were no Premier League games. It was the FA Cup in England, and Nottingham Forest, they made it to the semi-finals, courtesy of the penalty shootout win over Brighton and over Albion. Olaoluwa and Taiwo Awuni actually played key roles in that game, both starting that particular encounter. Aina played 90 minutes, while Awuni was substituted for Anthony Elanga. Meanwhile, Alexander Iwobi and Calvin Bassey both featured for Fulham. Then they lost 3-0 at Craven Cottage. Still in England, but to the Championship. Kelechi Iheanacho, well, while others were in international break, of course, he wasn't invited. He was busy.
The boy is ready
training.
To come back.
Yes, he was busy training during international break. Like, he had this special session with a Nigerian coach.
Special,
yes, it was a special training for him, and he yielded positive results immediately as he finally broke his goal drought for his new club, Middlesbrough, in their 2-1 win on Saturday over Oxford United. Don't forget that he's on loan from Sevilla, and of course, he netted just 3 minutes into the second half of that particular game. This is his first goal for the club. He joined them in December last year, and it's nice seeing him banking a goal and, of course, smiling again. From England, let's fly down to Germany, where Victor Boniface scored for Bayer Leverkusen in a 3-1 victory over Bochum on Friday night. Few days after the game in Oyo against Zimbabwe. He scored and also had another goal disallowed in that game on Friday. Always on fire while playing for Bundesliga. For the Bundesliga club that's talking about, Bayer Leverkusen. He has now scored 8 goals in 16 appearances for the club this season. Big one. Super Eagles duo of Gifts Orban and Franco Inca were also in action for the express club sides at Hoffenheim and Augsburg in the Bundesliga. Well, other games, didn't really mean goals were not scored by Nigerians in Italy. Lukman, you understand that he submitted transfer request. He wants to leave at the end of the season. So probably be seeing a number of Nigerians making a move later in the summer. From that, let's cross to the world of tennis. Miami Open, to be precise, where teenager Jakub Mensik actually denied his childhood idol, Novak Djokovic, a 100th ATP singles title with a superb performance to defeat the big Novak himself in Miami yesterday. The 19-year-old teenager defeated Djokovic 7-6, 7-6 on a sticky, humid night in Miami. 24-time Grand Slam champion Djokovic had been beaten to become just the third man in the Open era to win 100 singles title, but it wasn't to be. Jakub Mensik. You need to keep that name in your diary. We'll see more of that young lad. On Saturday, there was no upset. World number 1, Arina Sabalenka, claimed a second title of the year by beating Jessica Pegula 7-5, 6-2 in the Miami Women's Final. Let's go leave tennis and return to the world of football. On the 17th AFCON started yesterday without Nigeria. Don't forget we didn't qualify for that one. Yes, we finished as the third best team in that competition, the Waffle beat on competition. Yes, we defeated Ghana, but that wasn't enough to take us to the competition. And then it started yesterday. Host Morocco. Host Morocco almost spelled Uganda.
I'm telling you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0. And they just one goal. Just a goal.
No, they did. Uganda. They left
the
A. They forgot that they still an A at
that was to honor their president.
Uganda.
That was to honor the Ugandan president. They gave me that A. They let us pack everything. Let us give you one. All right. Right there. 5 goals to nothing ended yesterday. And today, more games will be played at the competition. Tanzania will take on Zambia. Burkina Faso versus Cameroon. South Africa will take on Egypt. Don't forget that this competition will also serve as qualifiers for the World Under 17 World Cup. Straight to England. Talking about the FA Cup, we mentioned it earlier. Matches we saw at the weekend. Quarterfinal games. City knocked out Bournemouth 2-1. Aston Villa knocked out Preston 3-0. Nottingham Forest penalty shootout win against Brighton. Crystal Palace trashed Fulham 3-0 at Craven Cottage. Wait till we know go see. Semi-finals, pairing we have already. The games will be played next month. Don't worry, next month is just tomorrow. 26th of April. Semi-finals. Crystal Palace will take on Aston Villa. Nottingham versus Manchester City. Nottingham, Manchester City.
This year's FA Cup is for Aston Villa.
It's for Aston Villa. Exactly.
It's for Aston Villa.
And honestly, you can't write off the boys from the Forest against City.
Although I want Forest to win.
I want Forest to win as well.
Because of my boys there.
Yeah.
Especially online. I want Forest to win. If Forest wins, I'll be so very, very
honestly,
happy.
I don't mind having Forest. And don't forget, their semi-final feat is actually their first since 1991.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I just want them to make the finals. I'm looking at an Aston Villa Nottingham Forest final. That's what I want personally.
I also want that.
Yeah.
Let Man City go and rest.
Yeah, you can rest. You shall want to finish Man City. You shall want to finish them. All right. Let's cross to the Spanish La Liga, where matches were also played over the weekend in Spain. Well, Valladolid lost actually to Real Sociedad 2-1. Espanyol and Atletico Madrid played 1-1. Espanyol go spoil market for Atletico Madrid. Alaves lost at home to Real Vallecano 2-0 it ended. Real Madrid did the needful against Leganes. It was difficult, but then the win came. 3-2 for them. And yesterday as well, Barcelona did the needful. 4-1 against Girona. They won. And let me inform you that Barcelona, they've not lost this year, right? They still top the pack, 66 points. Real Madrid 63 points, 3 points clear. 29 games played in the La Liga. And Atletico Madrid now 57 points, courtesy of what happened at the weekend. But then, I'm loving what I'm seeing in Spain. I'm loving it, honestly. In Italian Serie A, matches were also played. Of course, most importantly, is the big one that we saw. The big Serie A match. Napoli versus AC Milan. And it was a win for Napoli. 2-1 in that one to pile more pressure on table toppers Inter Milan. You want to say that Inter Milan looks home and dry? 10 points clear, at this point. But then it's important that they have a team like Napoli who are pushing them. 30 games played already. Napoli with Inter Milan rather top with 67 points. Napoli 64 points. Yeah, just 3 points. Yeah, just 3 points clear.
Any little slip,
I mean,
just be taken off.
They're down. Let's move to the Bundesliga, where we also witnessed a number of interesting matches. For Borussia Mönchengladbach, they defeated RB Leipzig 1-0. Bayern Munich, yeah, we said it was going to be difficult. 3-2. They defeated Sao Pauli. Those guys from Sao Paulo, not issue them be.
They were trying to do like they were going to do something initially.
Yes, so.
Like they were going to be a scare somehow.
They had plans. Bayer Leverkusen did the needful. 3-1 they won against Bochum to continue to push Bayern Munich all the way. But they need to double their effort, honestly. 27 games they've played in the Bundesliga. And of course, the news from Bundesliga is that Leipzig have actually sacked their head coach, Marco Roche, after their 1-0 loss to Borussia Mönchengladbach, and they've appointed Zlotlo as interim manager of the club. RB Leipzig, they are 6th on the table. It's been a difficult season for them so far. All right, a quick update coming from Arsenal this morning. Arsenal Football Club have actually confirmed the appointment of Andre Beta as the new sporting director. Don't forget that their man, that's Edu Gaspar, the big Edu, left the club already. So there was a need for a new sporting director at the club, and there they have it. Now let's come home and talk about the Southwest Games. Started earlier in the week, 25th of March to be precise, and then the 28th of March. Of course, that was a competition put together for, of course, athletes in states in the Southwest. They called it the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Southwest Alliance Games, and it ended over the weekend with host Lagos. They emerged the winners of the inaugural Southwest Games. They finished with 14 gold, 5 silver, and 2 bronze medals to emerge winners. Second position, Ogun State finished second with 10 gold medals, while Ondo State finished third, of course, with 3 gold medals. Oyo finished fourth with 2 gold, 4 silver, and 9 bronze medals. And then from that, Ondo State, who finished third, will also be participating in the big one, Odin in Uyo, and that's the Niger Delta Sport Festival. It starts tomorrow. And Ondo, the moment they left Lagos, they flew to Uyo straight to be part of the Niger Delta Games also. And that's games put together for, Niger Delta brothers and sisters. Starts tomorrow, and of course we'll definitely have our eye on that one. Definitely. On a final note, not a good one. Tragedy struck on Saturday as a former national and West African light heavyweight boxing champion Segun Success Olanrewaju collapsed and died during a fight on Saturday in Ghana. He was actually fighting Ghanaian boxer John Mbanogo at the fight night in Bochum Boxing Arena on Saturday when he suddenly lost consciousness. It understood that he was ahead on points in that particular fight, but then lost consciousness. He collapsed to the ring. He was attended to
wrong with
30 minutes after
health.
His
health is actually, because if they checked that thing very well, I mean, at that point he collapsed. That guy didn't even touch him.
Yeah, exactly the point. So according to a report from the authorities in Ghana, they said they got the fitness clearance from the MBBLC before the fight was sanctioned. So they got a clearance that his feet is good, he's healthy enough to fight.
My brother, anything can happen.
I mean, that's the certificate.
Let me tell you my experience. Someone very close to me almost collapsed yesterday. I mean, in church, everything going on well, and at the point you just started seeing going down, just sitting down. Before you could say, Jack, we almost lost him. Even though that we just tried quickly, did some first aid, and quickly took him to the hospital. So that's what happened to some people. You might not know that you were not. It might not be visible at a point, but before you know it, especially low blood pressure, my brother. The way it happens, just take people like that. So that, you and I, you've seen that fight. If it was at the point when the guy was throwing the punches at him and all that, we would say, okay, maybe Baba it is seen war and all that. But it was that point when
there was nothing like that.
Yeah, so it just went down like that, hit his neck on the rope, and it was so sad. I watched that clip several times, and I felt so bad, so very sad, man. May so rest in peace. What a way to die.
What a way. What are sports this morning?
Thank you so much. El Capitano, taking care of business this morning. Of course, don't worry, we'll be having more for you at 6 p.m. for the cruise right here, Melody 100.7 FM. Going back to the deck right now, still a dedication to the Muslim brothers on the celebration of Eid. Here is another beautiful classic right here. Coming up next is newspaper headlines. The Mechanics Lounge, after which newspaper headlines will be on your radio. Okay, thank you so much for being part of sports. That's right. Still Melody 100.7 FM right here in the city of Ibadan. Of course, the Eid holiday is still going on. You're enjoying your chicken and every other thing or fishes at home. Don't worry, it's all good. But as you're doing that, we must let you know that you need to take care of your cars, your vehicles, and even your lorries as well. That is why we have Mechanics Lounge here. And of course, Eki in the house. Eki, the one that does Eki, and is wearing Eki clothes. Should we be in the building? Good morning. Happy holidays.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy holidays.
Where is this Abuki?
You just said happy holidays.
Okay, that's why
he's enjoying his holidays.
I thought he ran because you know we're going to ask him for Salah.
Well, I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Ashimamu.
Ashimamu.
Good morning, brother Ali.
Good morning.
How are you doing, man? Where are you going this week? Where are we going?
Well, today, today.
Okay.
We'll be looking at one of our services at Employers Garage.
Oh, okay.
Something we simply call a pre-purchase inspection.
Pre-purchase, okay.
Pre-purchase inspection. Yes. I don't know why, because I just felt, let me go spiritual this morning. I felt in my spirit a lot of people will buying cars in this season, and I just felt, because past couple of weeks we've done a lot of pre-purchase inspection, and we've also been opportune to see people that did not do a pre-purchase inspection but had to later bring the car back and say, I just got this car, this and this are the things I'm experiencing. And the question I asked was, before buying it, did anybody check it for you? No, nobody really checked it for us. We saw the car, it was good, but I started engine cool. And I just had to explain to them, yes, perfect. Those things are signs, telltale signs, but those are not definite signs that will tell you this car is good. So I just said, okay, in that state, can we come educate people about what to look out for when you want to go get a car?
That's a used car, right?
A used car, yes. When you're buying a brand new vehicle, there's little or nothing for you to look out for. Okay, like they say, warranty still covers you. Okay. We've already said it anyway, so let's take back our words.
Okay, let's take it back.
Let's take it back for now. For now,
until we know whether
exactly
Salah goodie,
whether he brought it or not.
Okay.
So for now, let's take it back.
I don't brought anything.
I don't bring
anything.
So I'm not taking anything back.
Put it out there again.
Take it back. I give you.
Put it out there again. So just felt okay. Let's come. Some of the things you need to be on the lookout for when you want to get another vehicle.
That's a Nigerian used car.
A Tokumbo vehicle, whichever one you want to go for. There are some things that you need to do, but most importantly, I always advise, when you want to go on such purchases, go along with a trusted mechanic, a trusted apprentice that can help you vet that car very well before you put money on it. Because some people will tell you, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be like I like to say, you don't want to be penny wise, pound foolish. You think you are trying to save cost. At the end of the day, you are going for something that will become an ATM machine quote into your finances that keeps draining funds out. So before you go ahead and get that, always make sure you go with a trusted mechanic to help you check the state. Now, without much ado, let's do some of the things you need to look out for. Most importantly, out of all, is the state of the engine. Okay, the state of the engine of the vehicle you want to buy matters a lot. Okay, because of course that is the heart of the vehicle itself. If you have a bad one, you might need to reconsider. And again, the cost of engines nowadays,
the way engines are expensive,
they are not smiling at all.
Very surprised.
They are not smiling. So you have to put into consideration the state of that engine you are buying. And one of the telltale signs you would want to be on the lookout for, number one, is what if you have any sludge buildup in the vehicle. Okay, beside the fact that yes, the appearance too matters, the way it looks, Does it look as if this is a vehicle that has a rust issue? Okay. Does it look like a vehicle that the engine is not well kept? Okay. But I believe any sensible person that wants to sell a vehicle, okay, would want to clean up the engine bay also. But make it look because the engine looks clean does not mean
it is clean.
it is clean. Because it looks clean physically does not mean the inside is clean.
Inside,
Yeah. So you have to be on the lookout for if you have sludge build up. If you don't understand what sludge is, well, that is why I said it's always good to take a trusted mechanic along that understands the things with you when you're going for the purchase. Now again, sludge build up also check all the oils in the vehicle, starting from the brake oil, starting from the engine oil to the fluid, the ATF, or what we call the gear oil, could be a gear oil, but actually the ATF. Make sure all those fluids. Look at the quality of the fluids. Now, especially the ATF.
Okay.
Which, if you're going for an automatic transmission vehicle, okay, what the quality of the ATF, for you to know the state of the internal component of your automatic transmission, you have to do a test, a look, feel, and smell test for the ATF.
Okay.
Is it looking good enough? That means is it still the ATF is reddish in color?
Yeah.
Is it still maintaining that color? Hope it's not going black. Okay.
Oh, ATF can go black
Yes,
as well.
they can actually go
like
dark.
engine oil.
Yes. So, what's the color? Also, how does it feel? Okay, with your dipstick.
That's the texture, right?
Texture, yes. Can you feel some small metal filings when you rub it on your fingers? Okay. The third one is the smell. Okay,
so when you feel metal filings, it means
that means there's
a problem inside.
There's a problem. That means the internal mechanism, the gear is inside the what's it called, tooted rings. Tooted rings and some of the components inside the transmission is grinding out. Okay, then that's why you have those metal filings in it. And also, it's smelling burnt. Most times, by the time you see metal filings inside, it actually smells as if it's burnt. Like Abdul like to say, what I want to be dish. So it's actually smelling burnt. So you need to note that also. Also, you need to also look at the sound of the engine. Okay, you would want them to, of course. I believe if you want to get a new vehicle, you should go on a test drive with the vehicle. Okay, so the sound of the engine. When it's accelerating, when it's decelerating, is there any misfire in the engine? Is it shaking? Okay, a shaking engine might not necessarily be a misfire, but but a shaking engine means there's something not sitting right well with the engine. So all those things you need to take a look at. Abu will always like to say, when you want to go in your car, go with a cup of glass. Okay, a glass cup. Or you pour water and you put your engine inside the engine, is water inside the cup shaking. If it's shaking, well, it might not be good enough. But sometimes they'll tell you,
what if the engine sitting?
No matter how you buy, you okay.
Yes, what he's saying is true. Yes.
Okay.
If you want to do how good an engine is, put a glass cup, pour water in it, and start the engine. Look at the water inside the cup. If it's really shaking well, sometimes you have to bring down the standard a little, because if that is the yardstick you want to use, you go about looking for that particular car, and you might not be able to get it.
Because majority of the
and you be the enemy of the black.
Exactly. even to get to a stage, even your customer,
the person that is taking you up and down.
Bro, say we'll go. You understand? So sometimes you just have to look at all the things vis-a-vis. But again, also, besides the engine, besides the fact that, like they say, Mustate,
That's a long process.
Not all cars, don't semi-Indi, are actually good enough. Okay.
And not all cars that are not semi-Indi
are actually bad enough. So you have to understand those things, and you have to just make sure that there's actually a checklist where you have to think and this is good, this is good. Okay. Also, you have to look at a whole lot of things. Okay, right from the suspensions of the vehicle, which yes can be fixed, but also you have to look at the state. Okay, I have to look at the underbody of the car. Like I rightly said, with the engine, do you have rust there? Okay, does the car have rust issues? Because if the car has rust issues, I've seen vehicles where the chassis of the vehicle is almost totally gone. And they went to buy it, they didn't check, and by the time they brought it, one strong kick will break the chassis of that car. Wow. So the chassis of that car was just waiting for one big portal to run into, and it will give way.
You know, so you're driving a car, you meet yourself on the floor in your car.
Have you seen situations where you run into a portal and the shock absorbers is actually sticking out into the cabin of the car?
Wow, that one is gone.
So a whole lot of things you need to be on the lookout for. Also, you need to be on the lookout for how neat the cabin of the car is. Also, that also matters. Well, just for so I've seen customers that tell you, engine, I can afford to change the engine, but that inside of the car, it has to be clean.
Some people will tell you, let the body be good.
So also, you have to take a look at the body of the car also. If you're buying Nigerian use, yes, you need to be on the lookout for that. But if you're buying Tokumbo, and also there's a way for Tokumbo vehicles, there's a way you can also run the VIN of the vehicle to have an idea of the history of the car. Okay. Also, when it comes to mileage of vehicles, most everybody going out to buy a Tokumbo vehicle wants to buy a low mileage vehicle. Well, sometimes, like I like to say, a low mileage vehicle does not mean the vehicle has been taken care of well. Remember, you're buying a Tokumbo vehicle, you're buying a used car. Well, they say, we want to look. You can be wrong sometimes.
I know so careless.
You can be wrong sometimes. Like my former boss likes to say, there's one thing he's always on the lookout for when he goes out of the country to get vehicles. He will tell you, I prefer buying a vehicle that's being used by a salesman that moves a whole lot on the road, okay, that has high mileage, because vehicles like that, the engineers get to heat up. It gets to wash the engine and keeps the engine clean. Compared to buying a vehicle from a stay-at-home mom, that all she does is go carry the kids to school and comes back. She does a little stop and go movement, and stop and go movement precipitates the buildup of sludge inside the vehicle. So those are the things you need to be on the lookout for. Okay, so running the VIN sometimes gives you an history of the vehicle. Okay, gives you an history whether it has an accidented vehicle, whether it's a flooded vehicle, whether it has any problematic report whatsoever. So running these things goes a long way also. Wow. So you need to know those things, or perhaps take someone that knows it along with you.
Most definitely. Okay, before we begin to wrap up, Abdullahi, I mean, I will not ask you about
moment of truth.
No, there's no. Let's leave it.
He said he didn't bring anything. Okay.
No, Allah.
I might be a prank.
If that's how Muhammad told you to do it.
Let's run a big Salah now.
Okay, big Salah.
Yes,
when we kill him, right?
Okay.
Well, no problem. All right. Before we wrap up this one, because I know we'll continue this on Wednesday. But Abdullahi, that logic. Bringing water on an engine, a glass of water on the engine, and he check if it shakes. I mean, does it really give perfect thing? I mean, just as Shubomi said, but for you now, I think that's your logic.
If you do that, then you'll be a benefit of the color of the glass.
Dealers will be looking for you to finish you.
You make sure that if you want to check your car, just go for a trustworthy mechanic.
Okay.
Well, I've had a lot of experience about checking the cars. I went to Lagos one time and I was going to check a car. It's IS250. That car is this inside of the car is massive. They use if you see the car, you think it's a brand new car. Okay, they pimp the inside. They cover the seat with nylon.
They pimped it.
Like seriously. And before I start the car, the dealer comes to my side and tell me, "Hey, what?
Okay, the dealer is already negotiating with you. Okay, and
that guy is my guy.
That took you.
He's my childhood friend.
That wants
So
to buy the
so you
Bentley.
cannot disappoint.
I want to buy that car, and I said, and I said, dealer, no problem. I know I will run this thing. And I checked the car. I started the car. My guy said, "What are you minty now? What are you minty now?" Once I left the car, so blue smoke.
So all this motor Yomindi and all that, let's use it to wrap up.
Okay.
What do they do to it to make it to Yomindi? Because when you now start, when you now like they will tell you, am I raising you?
And some now will tell you, am I driving?
Let me wrap it. Let me just wrap up like this. Because you see someone crying does not mean it's genuine. Because you see tears coming from their eyes does not mean it's genuine. Some people are so good that they can fake tears coming from their eyes.
Like one person in Nigeria now that everybody's talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know what thing they talk.
Yeah, I know if you don't know.
Okay.
So just act like you know.
Okay. So not everybody that cries, that see tears coming from their eyes are actually crying. Some are faking it. Yeah. So every motto to Yomindi.
Call them really genuine.
And some dealers they are just their car mileage.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot of
Car
time.
mileage because and you may not know.
That is why it is always good.
If you bring a roadside mechanic that you don't have scanner, you may not know. Just say want to manage to do now.
Okay. On Wednesday we're going to continue about this because it's very, very interesting. I mean, people are home.
That is
holidays.
Is the advantage of the car.
I mean, so
because if you bought a bad car, you
begin to spend money now, up and down.
And we said,
okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
why you're there. Okay. And you always chop their money now. Okay. Thank you so much. Of course, what about the training?
Yes. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the classes are not holding today because of the
holidays.
Yes, but we'll continue on Wednesday and then on Friday. Well, today's 31st, so registration for this particular module is over. Okay. So by Wednesday, yes, registration will also open, but this time it will be for the weekend classes, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So anybody interested, yes, can simply come down to the workshop, which is at number 3, Kolakpo, Aremu Close, off Abomi Street, Shibodija in Ibadan, or call 081 0922 0338 081 90220338.
Thank you so much. Shupumi Eki. I don't like to finish the other one. I just like Eki. Of course, Abdullah as well. Thank you so much. And the one who said I should wait till Big Salah. No problem.
Don't worry, Big Salah will soon come.
2 months, 10 days today. So,
are you catching it?
Of course not.
Okay, everybody in
I know. Don't worry. I hope that time you not come and tell me I should wait for Christmas. Thank you so much for coming this morning. On Wednesday we'll continue this and more. All right, let's have this break after. We'll be taking you through the newspapers this beautiful Monday morning.
Sari títún mùsùlùmí ẹ̀díndínlẹ̀ jẹjẹun o lọ́sàn Ramadan ojú mi ti rí lọ́sàn Ramadan kọ́ńgó jẹ wá mi ò nílé jẹun kọ́ńgó mi wá mi ò nílé mu o àgbàdo lómi inú kí n pariwo mo ti ń gbà rẹ̀ o. Àwa tán ojú tá jọ sùn, àwa tán ojú tá jọ sùn. Ìrántí tó kẹ̀ lọ borí sàárì tí tó jẹ́ wà. Àdìgbò nílò, àdàsùn sílò. Àdìgbò nílò, àdìgbò sílò. Àdìgbò nílò, àdàsùn sílò. Àdìgbò nílò, àdìgbò sílò. Sàárì tí tó mùsùlùmí ẹ̀díndínlẹ̀ jẹjẹun o. Lọ́sàn Ramadan ojú mi ti rí lọ́sàn Ramadan kọ́ńgó jẹ wá mi ò nílé jẹun kọ́ńgó mi wá mi ò nílé mu o àgbàdo lómi inú kí n pariwo mo ti ń gbà. Ẹyẹ fa bàtí lọ́sàn Ramadan ẹyẹ gbólóṣó lọ́sàn Ramadan ẹ má ṣe ṣáṣẹ́ nínú Ramadan ó ṣe tún wẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nínú Ramadan.
Reset one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
All right, everything is over now. Lost on Ramadani, everything is over. So let's take you through newspaper headlines now. This morning, I have the Vanguard, the Punch, and of course the Daily Post this morning. As time permits, let me see how many I'll be able to handle. Let's begin with the Punch. The Vanguard newspaper. The banner headline: Uromi killings. CDS, CAN, PFN seek justice for victims. Of course, I also have this one: Rivers sole administrator dismantling Fubara structures, and this according to PDP, alleging this one this morning. Nigerians to pay more for petrol amidst domestic dispute. Crude price hike is another story on the Vanguard newspaper. Still from the Vanguard, you have Arsenal, Tottenham to play pre-season derby in Hong Kong. A bit of sports right there. Nigerian man returns after 23 years, claims family detained him over property. Of course, you heard that on Kojumo this morning, right? Very sad situation from that man. Trump calls out both Putin and Zelensky over ceasefire talks. And this one, you also have Kenya emerges Africa's largest importer of second-hand clothes. So no more Nigeria. FGEU move to strengthen 1.3 billion euros trade investment. And you also have manufacturing creates more billionaires in last decades. Still taking headlines from the Vanguard, you have FG private refineries in mutual self-deception. And that is the story coming through right there. More political stories from the Vanguard. You have State of the Nation, political class has weaponized poverty. More Galu. And you have SDP's Adebayo willing to step down 2027 presidential ambition for better candidate. And how I threaten to sack Wike if his policies did not favor my party. Tinubu. Trump says not joking about possible third time as U.S. president. What does he want to do? Okay. Wike leads FCT delegation to pay solar homage to Tinubu. These are the major headlines on today's Vanguard newspaper. Up next is the Daily Post. Right, for major headlines on the Daily Post newspaper, you have 2027 mixed reactions, a trail bill to stop Tinubu, Obi, Atiku, others. And you have 40 residents of Adamawa communities remain in captivity 2 years after abduction. There is another story on the Daily Post. More stories from the Daily Post. You have this one. Allegations against Fubara PDP demands proof as APC insists on thorough probe. 2027, I can step down for better candidate, SDP's Adebayo. Rivers Assembly explosion. Ehie Fingers Amehule says only speaker has access to complex. And more political stories. Okay, before political stories, let me take you to this global one. You have U.S. Trump's team considering global tariffs of up to 20%. And Iran rebuffs a Trump threat over nuclear deal. Okay, back to Nigeria now. Wike Fubara need to review real reason, real cause of Rivers crisis, governor's aid, Omo Segwaye. And this one, most African juntas impose vary on importers' goods. No, let me see. Okay, most African juntas impose levy on imported goods. And you have Zelensky reviews salary family assets. More political stories. Allegations against Fubara PDP demands proof as APC insists on thorough probe. And you have CNPP. Civil society groups demand resignation of Minister of Power over electricity crisis. Killing of 7 suspected kidnappers. PDP accuses Okpebolo of losing control of Edo. LP will use Anambra Guba poll to test our expected victory in 2027, Julius Abure. And you have this one, a bit of sport, FA Cup. He is outstanding. Guardiola confirms player to play semi-final against Nottingham Forest. And Real Betis need to do crowdfunding to sign Anthony permanently from Man United. And this is according to Isco. All right, these are the major headlines on today's Daily Post newspaper. And up next is the Punch newspaper. All right, for headlines on today's Punch newspaper, you have these headlines. The banner headline there says, Lynch travelers, CDS squad goes after killers as Okpebolo consult governors. Eid al-Fitr, Tinubu, Nas, governors preach peace, police and tighten security nationwide. Petrol price to rise as more as Naira for crude talks wobble. Nigerian boxer Olanrewaju dies after collapsing in Ghana fight. More stories from the Punch. You have Shehu Sani declares interest in Kaduna Central Senatorial seat. U.S. tariffs to hit all countries, says Trump. Global market plunge as U.S. tariffs loom. Gold hits record high. All right, more stories there. 3 U.S.-based Nigerians face 6-year jail term for money laundering. Delta CP orders probe into music artist death. 9 killed, 3 injured in Casino Road crash. How kidnappers abducted Lagos landlord's daughter. Police and Eid. 2 killed, 11 injured in Lagos Ogun accident. Okay, in business, World Bank to approve Nigeria's $632 million loan request today. And court stops IBDC's share transfer over ownership battle. More political stories. You have a week yet to tell Fubara real reason for hostilities. Aid Anambra Governor poll to test LP popularity. Abure Anambra 2025 Morgalu scales through LP screening. Faces primaries April 5. I'm proud of my association with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. This is according to Buhari, who is celebrating Tinubu at 73. And Turkish league promotion delights Nigerian young star. These are the major headlines on the Punch newspaper for this morning. All right, let's begin to wrap up. But quickly before we wrap up, let's take a few headlines from the Sun newspaper. Tinubu's bold decision will benefit Nigerians. Autumn 8. And you also have this one's Guardiola hit with touchline ban. Salah. Kebbi governor says his administration will be fair to all. Kebbi governor to release record of achievements for public appraisal. Criticisms 2027. I'm ready to sacrifice my ambition for better candidates, says Adebayo. INEC politics of recall, party registration, and you have a Nigerian boxer collapses, dies in ring during fight in Ghana. A very sad story right there. Okay, these are the major headlines on today's dailies that we brought on the show this morning. Thank you for being with us. Let's have this breather now. When we return, we get into the People's Assembly. Now, phone usage by children is where we are going this morning. Phone usage by children, how you view it this morning. I'll be looking into what a governor in America is doing this morning. Keep it locked right here. Let's have this time check breather. I will be back for more as we move to the People's Assembly this morning.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 10 a.m. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 10 a.m. We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
Reset one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
Thank you so much for still being with us this morning on Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM. Now, let me remind you again and let you know that from tomorrow, 1st of April, it's a new quarter and everything's got to be new. We're reviewing some of our activities here in terms of programming. And so that is why from tomorrow, the People's Assembly, and by extension, Melody Sunrise is going to be taking a slight new look. And it's going to be starting at 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's how we're going to be having it. 8 to 10 a.m. instead of the 9 to 11 a.m. that you're used to. So please adjust your listening timing and let us have a smooth time together. Ekwojumo will begin from 6 and round up at 8. The Melody Sunrise will begin at 8 and round up at 10 a.m. Then we have the audience participation program, which is Oroilu. That will be at 10 to 11. Trends will still be at 11. Yeah, social media trends will still be at 11. You get to, from today, you get to listen to some of these promotions as we've been doing it since morning. We'll get to let you know. Now, from tomorrow, Melody Sunrise will take this format. It will take this format. From 8:05 to 8:30 is from the dailies. Yes, we'll start from the dailies. And of course, I will take a sport at 8:30. Sport will be at 8:30 from tomorrow. While 9 to 9:15, we have Mechanics Lounge for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then for other days is Melody Surprise. So Melody Surprise is 9 to 9:15. The 9:15 to 9:55 is the People's Assembly. So get used to it. From tomorrow, 9:15 to 9:55 is the People's Assembly. The People's Assembly you're listening to now will be from 9:15 tomorrow. Okay? We'll get to let you in as we move on today. You get to know more. All right? Thank you so much. Welcome to the People's Assembly. So your Honorable Speaker in the Assembly this morning. And what are we looking at this beautiful morning? Now we're looking at something. Recently, the governor of New Jersey proposed something. And they're talking about the ban of phone usage by the young ones. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy recently proposed a statewide ban on cell phone to be used for K-12 classrooms, aiming to create phone-free schools. That is, no phones in schools, and address distractions and cyberbullying, with a $3 million proposal to help school districts implement such policies. Now, according to Murphy, he's saying that, look, too much usage of phones among the young ones, especially in school, is really bringing a whole lot of negative sides of the usage of the phones, saying that, look, the children, when they have phones with them, that's why you have cyberbullying going on, that what the advantages of the phone usage among kids is now very less compared to the disadvantages. And that is what Phil Murphy, who happens to be the governor of New Jersey, was proposing. But let's quickly listen to him. We now relate to Nigeria, and we'll talk about it this morning. Let's listen to Phil Murphy, the New Jersey governor in the United States of America, what he said this morning.
So today I am officially announcing my support for a new proposal that will direct school districts across New Jersey to adopt policies that ban cell phones for our K through 12 classrooms. And by doing so, we will help establish phone-free schools. Every parent knows the damage that these devices can cause. Enough is enough. It is time for action.
You're heading right there, Phil Murphy, right? Enough is enough. It is time for action. Now, some time ago in Nigeria as well, there has been this talk and this proposal that, look, children of a certain age in Nigeria should not be allowed to use phones because what it does to them negatively outweighs what it helps them to achieve positively. Now, according to New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, he cited cell phone usage as a major distraction for learning and a contribution to cyberbullying. And in Nigeria as well, people have been saying there should be legislative action concerning when this thing can also happen in Nigeria. Now, some parents have been advised that, look, children under certain ages should not be allowed to use phones in Nigeria. While some parents have even said, look, I can give phone to 5-year-old, it doesn't matter because I will monitor them. Can we really monitor them? So where we are going this morning is this. Do you also support this notion, of course, this proposal that children should not be allowed to use phones? Or do you think there should be a particular age where we should allow them to use phones in Nigeria? What do you make of it this morning? If you think they should use phones, okay, at what age? Okay, this age bracket, so this age bracket, we should allow them to use phone, while the ones under so age bracket should not be allowed to use phones. Because according to Phil Murphy and so many other proponents of this law, children are being distracted from learning. Number one, cyberbullying is increasing. Number two, and number three is that there are a whole lot of things that they view online that they are not supposed to view ordinarily. And children and parents cannot be with them every time, so they see things that they're not supposed to see, and it's not really helping them in their growth. So what do you make of this morning? Phone usage by children in Nigeria. Do you think it should have age limit? And from what age do you think it should be allowed for children? And do you think it should be banned at all from children? 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. That's where we're going this morning on the People's Assembly. Okay, let's begin to talk now. Let's open the phone lines now. Let's begin to have the conversation. 0702-520-1007. 0705-507-1007. I had a conversation with a colleague of mine some time ago who has, I think, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old daughter. And she gave them smartphones. And she was like, okay, because she has to communicate with them when she's not at home and all that. And we were asking her, do you know what they do with these phones when you're not at home? She said she has a way of monitoring it and all that. Okay. Why one of us said, look, I cannot give a phone to my child if she is not 16-year-old. Another one said, if she's not in the university, she cannot use phone. So at what age do you think a child can be allowed to use phone? In Nigeria here is what we are looking at. Because we're looking at what is happening in New Jersey in America, where there's a proposal by the governor himself of the state of New Jersey banning phone usage for K-12 children. When we say K-12 children, we're talking about under 12. So they will not be able to use phones because the governor of New Jersey calls it distraction, and it increases cyberbullying and so many other things. So let's link it to us here in Nigeria. So what do you make of this morning? At what age do you think a child should be allowed to use phone, especially cell phones? I'm talking about cell phones. I'm not talking about palasa phone, the one that you can just make phone and receive calls. I'm talking about smartphones. All these Androids and all those iPhones that we have. So let's go to the phone lines 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Okay, let's see. Hello, good morning. Hello? Okay, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you please move away from the radio a bit?
I've done that already.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to you.
Good morning. There's nothing. My name is Senior Man. I'm calling from Ibadan.
Okay.
There's nothing bad in giving your child a phone to communicate with him or her while in school. But the age is what matters.
Okay, the age is what matters.
You can't just give a yes.
Okay.
Let me say a 12-year-old child you give a phone to. At least when she or he gets to have submit it to her teacher. It is her teacher will be letting the parents know how things are going. Then after school, if she gets home, she can't do anything with the phone with the parents. Okay. So that is my own suggestion. There's nothing bad in doing that because it helps them a long way to monitor them while in school and know the whereabouts of their parents at home.
Okay, from 12-year-old, according to your own submission, right?
Yeah, 13 years and above.
Okay, 13 and above, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Okay. So, what do you also make of it this morning? Yes, giving a phone to a child at what age? He says 13 years and above is what he would approve of. He also gave us some of the advantages, helps you to monitor the movement of the child in school and all that. Okay. While some people will tell you even 13 is still very young, what do you make of this morning? I mean, at what age do you think is right for a child to be given a smartphone? I mean, considering the fact that smartphones, there are so many things that happens with a smartphone, especially when you have internet on it, you have data on it. I mean, things that you don't ask for can just pop up. Especially some of these nudity I mean, you know what I'm talking about? You just sometimes you just open something, you find nude pictures just coming on, nude videos just popping on the phone, even when you did not subscribe for it. So that's why some people are saying it will be very difficult for me to give a child a phone until that child becomes an adult. We're talking 16, 17, 18. But last caller, Senior Man, says 13 and from 13. Moving 13, 14, there's nothing wrong in it. So what do you also make of it this morning? Of course, the New Jersey governor is saying because it is encouraging cyberbullying and because it's not allowing children to concentrate for learning in school. They are not concentrating to learning nowadays in school. That's why they want to ban it in phone usage for K-12 children. When you say K-12 years, under the age of 13 is what he's talking about. So what do you make of it this morning? Do you also support the notion, or you think there's nothing wrong in giving a child of such age a phone? Let's say this morning 0702 520 1007, 0702 520 1007, and 0705 507 1007. That is 0705 507 1007. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Is anyone home? Good morning. Okay, that one is not connecting. So please, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. All right, let me again remind you of what I said earlier concerning programming, because Eko Juma will start tomorrow from 6 a.m. Yes, to 8 a.m. And of course, for Melody Sunrise, it will start from 8 to 10 a.m. from tomorrow. Henceforth, that's where it's going to be. From tomorrow, 8 a.m., you have the intro, 8:05 to 8:30. That will be from the dailies. Newspapers will come first, before sport. Sport will now be coming at 8:30. Yes, 8:30 on the dot is when we have sport. 8 to 9 is when we're going to be having sport now on Melody Sunrise. 8 to 9. Then 9 to 9:15, we have a Melody Surprise or Mechanics Lounge for Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Otherwise, you have Melody Surprise at that time. Then 9:15 to 9:55, you have the People's Assembly. 9:15 to 9:55, you have the People's Assembly. So the People's Assembly you're listening to now, which always comes before now 10 to 10:45, is now 9:15 to 9:55. Please don't forget, I'm saying this so that you get to understand. From tomorrow, April 1st, that's the way it's going to be from. All right, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Remember, you can also send messages to the number. Yes, send messages to those numbers. I'll be taking your messages very, very shortly on what you feel about the topic we're looking at this morning. Phone usage in children. What do you make of it? And concerning the what they are proposing in New Jersey in America, the governor himself is saying phone usage under A13 will not be happening. So they want to legislate it, make it a law there. Okay, 0702 520 1007. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, I can't seem to hear you. Okay, let me just help you cut it. Sorry. Okay, in the meantime, let me take your messages. For some of the messages that came through. Okay, and this one from Ade from Olonshugu says, good morning. I think for me, just like the previous caller said, there's nothing wrong from age 13, but one thing we should consider is the maturity nature of the child concerned. Say because some children could be 13 and still acting like 6. So, boy, it depends on the maturity of the child. If the child is strong enough to handle such things from 13, why not? I see, but if it's just about the age, then from 13 above, but we should also consider maturity in this instance. All right, this one says, good morning. My name is Olu from Iwo Road. It says, for me, I think we should start looking at 16. From 16, it will be better for a child to have a phone from the age of 16. Okay. What about some people who tell you at age 16 the child is already even almost an adult, especially the way some of them grow nowadays. They grow faster than their ages. Okay. All right, thank you for your contribution. All right, this one from Blessings Adwi from Olugwaru says, good morning. It says, for me as a mother, I think giving a child a phone is not a bad idea, but monitoring the child. I think proper monitoring is what should happen. So for me, I think from age 10, a child can have a phone, then with proper monitoring. Okay, from age 10, according to you. Thank you so much. And this one says, good morning, Mr. Speaker. He said, my name is Honorable DBC from Olorun Shogo constituency. He said, this morning, I think this topic is a good one because majority of the children nowadays, they are just so much interested in phone than even their studies. So for me, I think it should be from age 14. Okay, from age 14. All right. Thank you, Honorable. And this one from, I say your name is Rodiat. Say Eid Mubarak. He said, I greet you as well. Eid Mubarak to you and yours. He said, God bless Melody FM. Yes, God bless you too. You say for the topic, I think as a mother, I will not wish to give my child phone anything that is less than 10-year-old. So from 11, 12, I think I can start considering it. But it must, the nature of the maturity of the child, as one of the previous message said, is very, very important. Okay? All right, that's the message that just came in. And this one says, I think there's nothing wrong in giving a child a phone. Just as the caller said, you use it to monitor the movement of that child. But it must be from a certain age. I will not want to say age this, age that. But when you look at the child and you think the child is enough to handle it, well, you can do it. But it must not be anything from age 10. Okay? 10 below, that's according to you. All right, you can still keep the messages coming and the numbers to call as well. If you want to call 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. It is Melody Sunrise, and of course this part of the show is the People's Assembly. This beautiful Monday, the very last day in the month of March, the year 2025. Okay, keep the messages coming now. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Okay, let's see if we can take this one. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay, what's going on? Are the network providers on holidays? Okay, in that case, let me go back to the messages. And this one says, if a child is strong mentally enough, yes, is mentally strong enough to handle a phone from 10, I will give that child. But I think what matters enough, what should matter a lot is the mentality, the mental maturity of the child. So if some children are much more mentally mature than at age 10 than some people at age 16, age 17. So I think that would be my own consideration for now. Say your name is Oluwabukola from Olonda. All right, thank you so much for your message. All right, and this one says what the New Jersey governor is proposing is a good one, but I think they should be more concerned about their gun laws in America than the phone laws, because the guns have done more harm to the communities and the children than the phones. I think for me, that is what I would say. Okay, your name is Badmos from Akobo. All right, Dekunle, this one from Adekunle from Ologuneru says, well, that topic for me in Nigeria is if you want to put an age peg, is not going to work. But I don't encourage a child of less than 10 years having a phone, especially a smartphone. Okay, so thank you so much for your messages. Keep them coming. Still be taking them. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Keep your calls coming as well. 0705 507 1007 and 0702 520 1007. We're looking at phone usage this morning. The age you think a child should have a phone is what we're looking at this morning. Okay, still taking your messages and calls this morning. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. It's still the People's Assembly. All right, some other messages that came through now. This one, I think the messages are working better than the calls this morning. So let me just concentrate. And this one says, well, I think, okay. He said, I think giving a child a phone is not a problem, but what the child does with the phone. And I think just as someone said earlier, the maturity age of a child matters most as something to consider before giving a child a phone. If a child of 10 can really be very good with the phone, why not? And if a child of 16 cannot be good with it, why should we? Say, I think it's about the maturity, not about the age. But I support the person that said nothing less than 10 years of age. I say you are a mother of 2 and your children are not using phone at age 6 and 8. Okay, thank you. It's Mrs. Sharifat, all right, from Academy. Good morning. Thank you for your message. I've got this one from say Olaoluwa from Olugweru. He says, okay. He said that the topic is for me. I think is something that we should look into. What the children are doing with the phones is much more important than giving them the phone. See, some of them, if you check what they do with the phone, eventually you regret giving them phones because going to the internet can actually get a child spoiled. You see, you're not really now the fact that internet also helps them to solve assignment and all that, but what the disadvantages seems to outweigh the advantages when not well corrected and controlled. Okay, thank you so much. All right, keep the messages coming and the calls as well. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Let's have this breather and we'll be back to take more calls and continue with the conversation this morning.
Their faces full of laughter, their pockets full of sweets. Let us rejoice indeed. This is the day of Eid. Let us rejoice indeed, for this is the day of Eid. محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله عليه صلاة الله. Mosques are full of worshippers in rows, straight and neat. Their Lord they remember, His name they repeat. Their hands are raised to the sky, they supplicate and plead. On this blessed day, forgive us they entreat. Let us rejoice indeed. This is the day of Eid. Let us rejoice indeed, for this is the day of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Alayhi salatullah, alayhi salatullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Alayhi salatullah, alayhi salatullah. Giving charity and helping those in need. In giving they're competing. Today there is no greed. Let us rejoice indeed. This is the day of Eid. Let us rejoice indeed, for this is the day of Eid.
still in the mood for Eid Mubarak. I've got this one from Manzin doing Eid Mubarak. A dedication to everyone still celebrating. Of course, we pray that the celebration will not be last for all of us. I pray for the opportunity to see the one for next year and even beyond. Inshallah. Eid Mubarak to all our listeners who are Muslim Ummah. Thank you for being there with us. Melody 100.7 FM right here in the city of Ibadan. All right? Still in the People's Assembly this morning. Don't forget, as I outlined earlier, what is going to be happening to our programs from tomorrow, which is first day of April, the first of the second quarter of the year. We're going to be doing a different arrangement of the program from tomorrow, talking about Melody Sunrise. Ekwo Juma will begin in the morning as usual from 6 o'clock, but it will terminate at 8 instead of the usual 9 o'clock that you're used to since we started in December. It will terminate at 8, and immediately Melody Sunrise will take the air from 8 to 10. And these are Melody Sunrise. We line up, we file out from tomorrow, 8:05 to 8:30 will be from the daily. So meaning the first segment of Melody Sunrise from tomorrow is the dailies, stories from the dailies. Then right after, we'll take you straight to sports. 30 minutes of sports action from tomorrow. So Melody Sports Connect, 8:30 to 9 o'clock tomorrow. And 9 a.m. to 9:15, we'll take you through Melody Surprise. Yeah, surprising those who are celebrating anniversary, birthdays, whatever you're celebrating, we always have a way of doing it. And Melody Surprise is also taking you're going to be wearing a new look because whatever you're celebrating, you want us to celebrate somebody for you, we're going to be doing it. As we do it online, we do it offline as well. As we do it on the radio, we're going to be doing it on the social media platforms. So you can take such an advantage to reach out to your loved ones. Also, Mechanics Lounge will fall into 9 to 9:15 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The 9:15 to 9:55, the People's Assembly you're listening to now, which has been taking 10 to 10:45 before now, will now begin to start from 9:15 and terminate at 9:55 when we wrap up the Melody Sunrise every day. So get used to the new arrangement and new format from tomorrow. Then from 10 to 11, Monday to Friday, we have Oroilu, which will now be audience participation where we discuss major burning issues. You know, before now on Ekwo Jumo, the last lap from 8 to 9 used to be audience participation, which they called the audience participation part of it, where you call in and be part of this discussion. So we have taken that, we have carved out now. That will be a program on its own, 10 to 11 a.m. every day. It will be a program on its own. And we're also starting a new political program in English. Yes, a new political program in English. I'll be taking care of that one every Wednesday. We're going to be talking politically. So politically speaking, politics on Melody every Wednesday at 4 p.m. every Wednesday. You don't want to miss it for anything. It's going to be a purely magazine show. It's going to be not the ones you're used to. A different one entirely. From Wednesdays, 4 to 5 p.m. every Wednesday. Melody. Politics on Melody. Okay? So that's where it's going to be. Things are going to be lining up in the new month. which happens to be a new quarter, the second quarter of the year 2025. So these are things that we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing them. All in a bid to serve you better. Melody 100.7 FM. Okay, I guess the phone line is playing a trick, playing a fast one, but no problem. Let's read a few more messages before I wrap up this segment of the show today, talking about the Melody Sunrise, the People's Assembly segment this morning. I have a few more messages before I begin to wrap things up on this segment of the show. Okay, this one says, I think it's not a bad idea for children to have phones, but what they do with it is what matters. So I think irrespective of the age, what we should do is to monitor the usage. How they use it is what matters enough. So there are ways that we can monitor them. You see, we can even be away from home and still monitor how they use the phones from home, courtesy of a family email platform. Yes, I understand that platform very well. All right, this one also says, what the governor of New Jersey is proposing is not a bad idea, because if you check the phones, sometimes it becomes distraction to the children. They don't even concentrate on the major things they are supposed to do. But it should be maybe around the age of 10 downwards. From 10 upwards can be allowed, from 11 upwards can be allowed to use phone. So your name is Moji from Bashoru. Okay, thank you, Moji. And this one from Raphael. So you're calling in from New Garage. Okay, you're sending a message from New Garage. So you've been trying to call, the line has been reading busy. Say, but you're surprised nobody is on it and it's saying busy. Okay, don't worry, sometimes they can play a fast one, talking about the network providers. You say, okay, in the meantime, I think it should be, in fact, there should be a law in Nigeria that if you're not up to 16, you cannot use phone. Yeah. Okay, that's your own submission this morning. All right, this one says, I think we should also follow suit with what New Jersey is proposing in Nigeria, because it's something that concerns all of us. The children are misusing the phone. They are abusing it. If you see what some of them are doing with the phone, you will not want them to have phones, because they are misusing the phone. That's according to your message. See, your name is Ola Olu. Okay. All right, this one also from Shikemi. Shikemi, say you're calling from Akpata. Say you're sending a message from Akpata. You say you've been calling as well, but he's been doing busy, and you understand why he's reading busy when nobody is on the phone. Well, both of you are saying similar things. Say, well, for me, I have children up to 12-year-old, but they are not using phone. So you say, my own woke nature cannot get to that level. They must get to a point in their life, an age in their life, before I can give their phone. That's according to you. Thank you. Okay, this one from, he said, Yusuf, Eid Mubarak to you. I love the songs you've been playing. God bless you for celebrating us Muslims. God will celebrate you as well. The finest. Say you are the bomb. Oh, thank you. Okay, thanks, Yusuf. And that's just the message he sent. Okay, this message and says, your name is Dolapo from Monia. I said, you don't understand why a child should be using a phone. It shouldn't be allowed, because what they do with the phone behind their parents cannot be guaranteed. So I don't support it. Wow. Okay, this is the last message this morning. I begin to wrap things up. I say from Ologweru, you say your name is Martins. I say for phone usage by underage children is not good at all. He said if not that the children of nowadays grow faster than their ages, I would have said from 18 when they become adults. But because they grow faster than ages these days, I can say from 14, 15. For anything less than that, they should not be allowed to use phones, because you can't guarantee what they do with the phone when you are not with them. That is according to a message from you this morning. All right, thank you so much for these messages, and thank you very, very much. I appreciate. If the phone lines are not connecting, then the message has helped us this morning. So thank you very much for your messages. Let's begin to wrap things up on the People's Assembly segment of the show this morning. And let me reiterate it again today that from tomorrow, People's Assembly will not be at 10 o'clock as usual. It will change. It will now be from 9:15 to 9:55 for the People's Assembly. 9:15 to 9:55. Okay? So get used to it. From tomorrow, Melody Sunrise will file out in this format. It will begin at 8 a.m. with the intro and the inspiration. Of course, 8:05 to 8:30 will be for sports now. Yes, 30 minutes of sports action is what we have for you. 8:30 sports will terminate. And of course, 8:30 to 9 is sports. 8:05 to 8:30 is from the dailies. I beg your pardon. 8:05 to 8:30 is from the dailies. So that's what we're kicking off with from tomorrow, the dailies. Then 8:30 to 9 will be time for sport. 8:30 to 9 will be time for sport. While 9:15, between 9 and 9:15 is what you have a Melody Surprise. And of course, a Mechanics Lounge for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Melody Surprise every day, but Mechanics Lounge is for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. So 9 to 9:15 is what you have there. And 9:15 to 9:55, People's Assembly. So the People's Assembly you just listen to now will not be coming same time again. From tomorrow, it's going to be from 9:15 to 9:55. Thank you very much for being part of People's Assembly for this morning. It makes a return tomorrow where Melody Sunrise makes a return as well. Thank you so much. And let's take you back to the deck now. When we return from there, we'll definitely be wrapping things up for the People's Melody Surprise segment of the show, where we look through those who are celebrating. You know, every day there's always someone celebrating. Every day someone is celebrating something. Okay? So that's the way it is. All right, let's drop this one. And the other side, we're taking you through Melody Surprise this morning.
Mr. Flavor. M.I. Fino Fido. You don't know. Mr. Flavor. M.I. Mastercraft. You don't know.
Baby, does your nato, darling. Baby, does your nato, sweetie. Baby, does your nafio, I love you. Baby, does your nada, I miss you. Onyezi mwasi kwa numboge sunu, onyezi mwasi kwa numboge bido. Gidi gadaga koga nafionu, nganga uyawa goga. Iyi machazi kwa niji monolu, mwa baby iji monolu. Agamadi wasinu wise yeah. Gotta be wiser yeah. I gotta be a little clever yeah. Gotta be clever yeah. Agamadi wasinu wise yeah. Gotta be wiser yeah. I gotta be a little sharper yeah.
And I'm not so paggy, but won't cause a jackage. Oh my guys are not too much, that girl, but I sag it, man. And jog is happen at that guy, but one name paggy. Nko, they go to get it handed. Ego, man cat to get man cat to rogi. Eko, who the wedding come or down, swallow pride, yo. It's just an better, baby, come to
yeah. On yes, you must have one boge sunu. On yes, you must have one boge bido. Gidi gadaga koga nafionu. Nganga uyawa goga. Iyi machazi kwa niji monolu. Mwa baby iji monolu. Agamadi kwa sinu wiser yeah. Gotta be wiser yeah. I gotta be a little clever yeah. Gotta be clever yeah. Agamadi I gotta be a little sharper,
My father used to tell me, make sure you find the one. Now she go keep your household and keep her na number one. And since man na player, he go always try to score. If he carry any number based on what he can afford. So when I met you, I believed I reached my goal. Now you go keep my heart, baby, my body and my soul. But contrary to my previous thought, now me they left behind because we done the front. Wow. Now you done the answer phone with style. Your password is longer than River Nile. You say your sister call you, but when you want to call her back, you can't enter contact. You know why use dial. Why? How did we go from that to this? We need to talk about it, girl. We got a lot to gist. Cause I don't understand what you're saying. Don't understand what you're saying, baby.
Gotta be wise, yeah. I gotta be a little clever, yeah. Gotta be clever, yeah. I got my dick was a new wise, yeah. I gotta be a little sharper, yeah.
Yeah, that's a prayer for everyone celebrating today, that you'll be wiser than you were before now. Everything will be better for you. If you're celebrating today, whatever you're celebrating, we celebrate today with you. You know, one thing it is, every day is a holiday. You know, when they say that, most people don't understand that the meaning of that statement, that every day is a holiday. Because there's someone celebrating every day. You might not be the one celebrating, but somebody is celebrating every day. It's the very last day in the month of March, and today happens to be the 89th day of the year. 89th day of this year 2025, meaning we have 276 days remaining to the end of this year. 276 days. Are you counting with me? I count these every day, and I want you to be counting with me, so you know that you have to take the bull by the horn. Whatever you have to achieve, grab it, go and get it going, and achieve it fast, and make it happen. If it's your anniversary today, happy anniversary to you. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Because a few of our guys celebrating, let's celebrating with them right now. Yeah, my sister from the other side, Bukola Kugbi. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, Buki. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday today. Because my friend Ugo Juko Koli is his birthday today. I'm going to be celebrating Ugo. I put a call through to Ugo this morning. Let's have this one surprise this morning. Yes, my very, very good friend. Let's see. Okay. I don't know where we'll go. It's not beginning his call. Just wanted to put a surprise through for him. It's his birthday today. It's my very good friend all the way from the other side of Niger. Okay. All right, don't forget. So many other things we'll be having for you on this radio station, rejuvenating and reverberating and reviving things for you so that we can serve you better. And don't forget to follow us on all socials, Melody 107 FM on YouTube, Melody 107 FM on Instagram, Melody 107 FM on X, Melody 107 FM. Okay, the one for TikTok is at underscore Melody 107 FM, while on Facebook is Melody 100.7 FM. All right, so since my friend Ugo is not taking his call. I don't know. Maybe he's busy enjoying. He's not taking his call. So let's just say happy birthday to him. Ugo Chukwu Okole. That's my man all the way in Umwa here, Abia State. So happy birthday, Ugo. Today is his birthday, so I celebrate you, brother. Wish you the very best from all of us. Melody 100.7 FM. We say the very best is yet to come for you. Wishing you long life in good health and prosperity. God bless your new age. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Ugo. Let's begin to roll out this morning and little by little on the show. Of course, you know it's going to be back tomorrow. Big, better, and stronger. Talking about Melody Sunrise. Now, maybe let me quickly, before I wrap up, let me quickly just give you some of the adjustment that you should also expect. Okay, I'm giving you what happens from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Yeah, for Monday, trend still continues for Mondays. So when I'm done now, you still have social media trends, but we're going to be rejuvenating it as well. Okay, so something that's going to be happening on that show from next Monday. Okay, now we're going to be having something from noon. From noon and 2, we're going to be having Melody Junction. Now, inside the Melody Junction is where you now have Bojuri, that's your favorite show with Debola and the crew. Yeah, you're going to be having Bojuri inside the Melody Junction. Yeah? So it's going to be happening from tomorrow. So Melody Junction is a program that are going to be taking care of everything. It's about between 12 and 2. Yeah, inside we're going to be having news at 1. So our major news package will now be coming at noon. And it's now a comprehensive news package, both in English and Yoruba. We're coming at 1 p.m. now, no more noon. Because from noon, you're going to be having a Melody Junction. You have Bujur inside. You have Alijo Melody inside. You have from junction to junction inside. So many things that will be inside. Okay? So keep listening. We'll be giving you these updates as we go on the different shows today. I'll also be giving you the promos as we go today. Because to goodness and mercy for coming through this morning. I was even saying they should be enjoying their public holidays at home. They said, no, I just want to come and enjoy our time on the radio. That's the love for it. That's the way it should be. All right, big ups to Moses, yes, who is making things happen. Engineer Moses. Of course, Engineer Oyewole Adetora as well. Big ups. And not forgetting Alice, who will make sure everything is looking so sweet and clean. And of course, Foluwa Oladuje as well. And I want to sound like her, but it's difficult for me. That kind of voice, like someone who doesn't know the road of toilet. Okay, my name is Pretty Adegoke. You call me the nature's finest, the finest. And I'll be back later at 6 on the cruise show. Okay, so many other things continue with Engineer Moses taking care of business. Let me leave you now. I'll see you at 6 p.m. on the cruise show. God bless you. Have yourself a superb day. Enjoy your holiday. And don't forget some of us here as well as you are taking care of all those beautiful things for Salah. We are here too. Good morning. I'll see you on the next one.
You don't know. You don't know. Mr. Flavor. M.I. Mastercraft. You don't know.
Ebidosionato.
Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah.